On today's episode of Extremely Wealthy People Who Do Extremely Wealthy Things and Have Extremely Wealthy People's Problems, we have the Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich. Allow us to give you the scoop on this Russian oligarch and his luxurious lifestyle. Welcome back to our channel, and today we take you inside the luxurious lifestyle of Roman Abramovich. So get comfy and get ready for all the details. Let's get started. Roman Arkadeyevich Abramovich is a Russian oligarch, billionaire and politician. Born on the 24th of October 1966, Roman made considerable wealth for himself in the years after the collapse of the Soviet Union by getting state-owned Russian assets at prices way below market value in the country's loans for shares privatization program that brought a lot of controversies. The Russian is the owner of Millhouse LLC, a private investment company, and is well known outside Russia as the owner of the English football club Chelsea. Roman was also the former governor of Chukotka Autonomous Okrug for 8 years. Abramovich has an estimated net worth of $12.5 billion, making him one of the richest persons in Israel and Russia, and the richest person in Portugal. It's impressive. The Russian billionaire is Jewish and lost both his parents before the age of 4. Since he had become an orphan quite early in life, Roman was subsequently raised by relatives and spent the majority of his youth days in the Komi Republic in the north of Russia. Roman is also a trustee of the Moscow Jewish Museum and chairman of the Federation of Jewish Communities of Russia. Earlier off in his career, Roman Abramovich got into the world of business during his army service. He initially worked as a street trader, then at a local factory as a mechanic. He attended the Gubkin Institute of Oil and Gas in Moscow and then traded commodities for Runicom, the Swiss trading firm. He gained a chance to legitimize his former business back in 1988, when Perestroika made opportunities for privatization in the Soviet Union. Roman and his former wife Olga set up a company producing dolls, and in a couple of years his wealth had spread from oil conglomerates to pig farms. The billionaire seems to have stuck his fingers in several pies. The businessman has traded in sugar, timber, foodstuffs, and many other products. Unfortunately, Roman was arrested and sent to jail in a case of government property theft, but that didn't seem to stop him from becoming the business guru he is today. Everyone knows you can't be a successful billionaire without investments, and Roman is just one of many to second that motion. Abramovich invested and led a $30 million round of funding with the well-known business guru Odi Kovo, chairman of PIR Equities. He also invested over $30 million in StoreDot. Moving on to his personal life, Roman has been married and divorced 3 times. He married Olga Yurevna Lisova back in 1987. After a brief stint in the Soviet army, the pair later divorced in 1990. A year later, Abramovich married a former Aeroflot stewardess, Irina Maladina. They have 5 children together: Arkady, Irina, Anna, Ilya, and Sofia. The pair later divorced in 2007. It was reported by the News of the World in October 2006 that Irina had employed 2 top divorce lawyers from the UK, following reports of her husband's close relationship with the younger daughter of a popular Russian oligarch, Dasha Zhukova. It was speculated that a future divorce settlement amounting to £5.5 billion might be the highest ever of all time. The Abramovich family replied that neither of them had consulted lawyers at that time. However, they later divorced in March 2007 with a reported settlement of $300 million. Roman then went on to marry Dasha Zhukova the next year. They have 2 children together: a son, Aaron Alexander, and daughter, Leah Lou. Years later in 2017, the pair announced that they would be separating, and they later divorced in 2018. Roman Abramovich was a friend and confidant of Boris Yeltsin, the former president of Russia, and Vladimir Putin, the current president of Russia. To show how respected this man is by the president, in 1998, when Putin formed his first cabinet as prime minister, he was given the job of interviewing each of the candidates for cabinet positions before they gained approval. Roman would subsequently remain one of the president's closest friends. Putin even had meetings with him in 2007 on the question of who should be the... Moving on to the assets of the Russian giant, Roman has homes all over the globe, including a home in Kensington Palace Gardens in London, nicknamed Billionaire's Row, worth $118.4 million. Back in September 2018, Abramovich transferred 4 of the 5 properties on East 75th Street in New York to his third wife, Dasha Zakova, for $92 million as part of the proceedings from their divorce. Roman also bought the Chateau de la Croix, a mansion overlooking the Mediterranean Sea, back in 2001. Unfortunately, back in 2018, a French court found that Roman had undervalued the holiday home and hadn't paid sufficient wealth tax in 2006 and 2007. Roman bought the super yacht Pelorus back in 2004. The super yacht Pelorus was the 11th largest yacht in the world. Melodina, Roman's second ex-wife, got the yacht in their divorce settlement. Did we mention that Abramovich was once the richest man in Russia? He was, and let's just say he earned it, but his net wealth had a $4.1 billion slump since the starting of 2022. Opposition leader Alexei Navalny also named him as one of the 35 Russian individuals who should be sanctioned following Russia's recent attack on Ukraine by President Putin. The 55-year-old billionaire is well known for his collection of private planes, super yachts, homes, and luxury cars around the globe. The Wall Street Journal even nicknamed his collection of luxurious properties the Roman Empire, a name for a king's assets. Roman Abramovich also spent $90 million on an estate on the Caribbean island of St. Bart's back in 2009. The 70-acre estate features Balinese bungalows with tennis courts, music pavilions, ocean views, and swimming pools. The portfolio of this man doesn't end there. Roman later spent almost $500 million on a luxurious super yacht called Eclipse. The 553 feet long super yacht was one of the world's largest yachts, but has been overtaken by the Azam and Rev Ocean. The Eclipse features a 52-foot swimming pool, cabins to accommodate 36 guests, and enough space for about 70 crew members, 2 helicopter pads, and a missile detection system. The billionaire has owned about 3 other yachts in his lifetime, Le Grand Bleu included. His car collection is also a lot to talk about. Abramovich is said to have dropped over $11 million on luxury vehicles, including a limited edition Ferrari XX, a rare Pagani Zonda Roadster, a Mercedes AMG GT3, a Bugatti Veyron, and an Aston Martin Vulcan. The next night at Sotheby's, Roman bought Francois Bacon's Triptych 1976 for a whopping sum of $86.3 million. Unfortunately, the Russian billionaire is currently facing sanctions from the UK government due to his close relationships with the Russian President Vladimir Putin, after Vladimir started a war in Ukraine. Chelsea Football Club, owned by Abramovich, is just one of the assets that have been frozen due to sanctions against him. Roman Abramovich purchased the English Chelsea Football Club from the long-time and former owner of the club, Kevin Bates, for a whopping $233 million. Roman is a keen fan of sport and international football. In a statement, Roman Abramovich said it was never about the business or the money for him, but it was pure love and passion for the club and game that drove him to buy the club. Abramovich had recently planned on selling the club and donating the proceeds to the victims of the war, following the Russian and Ukraine crisis, but the UK government quickly stepped in and stalled the sale of the English club. However, it was reported that the government might consider allowing Abramovich to sell the club if he can prove that he would not gain from the sale of the club. After Russia's invasion, lots of high-profile Israelis have pleaded with the US government not to impose sanctions on the Russian billionaire. More specifically, the UK government claims Evraz plc, one of Roman's companies, may have been involved in providing the steel which might have been used in the production of tanks for the attack on Ukraine. The UK government also said that he is a pro-Kremlin oligarch who has had a tight relationship with the Russian president for years and has gained preferential treatment and financial benefits from the relationship. The sanctions imposed by the UK government on Roman's English club include the ban of Chelsea from selling tickets for games, the shutdown of the club's merchandise shop, and its inability to buy or sell players on the transfer market. The telecommunications company 3 has also said it would suspend sponsorship of the club temporarily and would request the company's brand be removed from the players' shirts and around the stadium temporarily. It is probably too late now for Mr. Abramovich to recover his position, and he might likely end up being sanctioned by the United States and the European Union as well. And like a lot of Russian business gurus, there's a high possibility that he'll turn to China. The UK government and its Western allies have brought up sanctions against 7 of Russia's most influential and wealthiest oligarchs with hopes to isolate the Russian president and those close to him. Abramovich's personal art collection could also be under severe scrutiny soon. Lots of countries are finding ways to freeze foreign-owned assets of wealthy, influential Russian oligarchs, including some of the most valuable art pieces in the world. Well, that's all for today's video. What do you think of the life of Roman Abramovich? Would you like to live like him? Make sure to share your views in the comments section below. Hope you enjoyed watching, and make sure you like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. See you in the next video.